before we get into the video, please like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with my latest videos. Don't treat me like a stepchild. Like the video. Also, check out my Patreon. There's content on my Patreon that's not on my YouTube channel, and I respond to all messages on my Patreon. I get a lot of my reaction requests from my Patreon. This particular one was a donation request. I have not heard the track, so you guys will get to witness this. You probably already know this track, so this will be my first impression of the song. Good, bad, indifferent. I'm gonna let you know if I like it or if I don't like it. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let me put my headphones on. All right, let's get started. Like the video.
She says I am trash, but she listens to Tekashi. Bitch, you lost me. Yeah, fair weather, wishy-washy.
Hold on. All right, so he hit the ground running right off the bat with a Tekashi diss. First of all, Tekashi had a run. He broke the internet. You know, while the bars were trash, okay, the image, trash, the music was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. His first like 5 singles, all dope. All he was doing was still an Onyx style. You know who Onyx is? That's where Tekashi got his style from. And he brought back a style that no one was using, reinvented it a little bit, put his own little twist on it, and broke the internet with it. So at first I was a Tekashi hater too, but I do get why he got so big so fast. It wasn't just the hair, the music was dope.
She thinks machine washed me. Swear to God, man, her favorite rapper wish she crossed me. I love conflict, got her obnoxious, subconscious. I'm afraid to unlock it. Keep those monsters in.
He's those monsters in the closet. I'm gonna play that back again.
Me. Swear to God, man, her favorite rapper wish she crossed me. I love
her favorite rapper wish she crossed me. It says, she says I'm trash, but she listens to Tekashi. Bitch, you lost me. Fair weather, wishy-washy. The way he twists these words is crazy. She thinks machine washed me. Machine washed me. Nice. I'm gonna be slow at this. You know, I'm not a rap breakdown person, so if you guys, this is how I break down music in my head.
Tekashi, bitch, you lost me. Yeah, fair weather, wishy-washy. She thinks machine washed me.
Swear to God, man, her favorite rapper wish she crossed me. God crossed. These all type of double entendres in here, dope.
Swear to God, man, her favorite rapper wish she crossed me. I love conflict, got her obnoxious, subconscious. I'm afraid to unlock it. Keep those monsters in the closet. I'm what an idiotic savant is.
Idiotic savant. I'm feeling the track. This is definitely something I should have been listening to a while ago. Okay, I haven't heard this before, and I'm loving the rhyme scheme he's picking for this. To ride, Eminem has gotten so much better at riding beats as he's gotten older. He's even better. It's crazy.
I've been throwing down gauntlets since that underground ruckus, where I planted my roots. Yeah, that's how I had a whole planet that roots for me, as in the group, and no one thinks dark as I think. So imagine the havoc these black thoughts are to wreak.
Black Thoughts are Tariq. Black Thought is one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time. So that's a dope double right there.
I keep slaughtering beats. Shout out to beat miners and T miners, but me long as I breathe, promise to be honest. And
that's when he just goes in fuego. Play that again.
Things dark as I think. So imagine the havoc these black thoughts are to wreak. As in I keep slaughtering beats. Shout out to beat miners and T miners, but me long as I breathe, promise to be honest and wholeheartedly. Apologies we honor for that.
Dude, nobody can rap with this dude.
Song that leaked. I'm sorry, Brie. It wasn't meant to cause you grief. Regardless, it was wrong of me. But
and he's an upstanding individual that's going to apologize when he thinks he's wrong. I love that. All right, you know.
Be on my own. Yeah. Head up in the clouds like Zeus. When they say you ain't the GOAT, I come down like who? But I got my head in the clouds like Zeus. Swear I can see the game from a bird's eye view. Hey, bitch.
I can feel how they was going with that. This track is dope.
Talking to a rap god. Hey, girl, you talking to a monster. Hey, you could give your whole damn life to the music thing. They gon' turn around like they don't love you.
Yeah, they woke a giant up. So when I get back on my feet, don't wonder why in the fuck is my head in the clouds. G vibe with the stewardess getting head in the clouds. Mile high club.
love it. Mile High, G5, clouds, all sky bars, dope.
So when I get back on my feet, don't wonder why in the fuck is my head in the clouds. G5 with the stewardess getting head in the clouds. Mile High club, why I give a flying fuck. Punch
A flying fuck.
line or just trying to survive in this climate of vaginas who die.
Trying to survive in this climate of and then he pauses. Ginas. The way he breaks down words is dope. And I love this switch up that he did with this rap, this whole rhyme scheme he's doing. Reminds me of Pac. Pac would rhyme like that. If you listen to the way he's flipping this up. I rewind it a little bit here.
Yeah, they woke a giant up. So when I get back on my feet, don't wonder why.
That's definitely a rap scheme Pac would have used.
Fuck is my head in the clouds. G5 with the stewardess getting head in the clouds. Mile High club, why I give a flying fuck. Punchline or just trying to survive in this climate of vaginas who dying to cancel my ass like Aunt Jemima.
Cancel my ass like I didn't even get to finish the bar. Cancel my ass like Aunt Jemima. I love that bar.
Syrup, I'm a shit stirrer, you're a dimer. Dozen said I couldn't do it. Hit Europe, kick the door and put a foot through it. Like a stirrup. Used to have to sit and watch them bills pile up. Yeah, now I just sit back and watch them bills pile up.
Let's go. 10 out of 10. This track is fire. He definitely took his time with this track.
I be on my own. Yeah. Head up in the clouds like Zeus. When they say you ain't the GOAT, I come down like who? But I got my head in the clouds like Zeus. Swear I can see the game from a bird's eye view.
The chorus is definitely catchy.
Hey, bitch, you talking to a rap god. Hey, girl, you talking to a monster. Hey, you could give your whole damn life to the music thing. They gon' turn around.
I've seen them come and go. I've seen the hugest debuts. I've had a great view to see the game through. And Drake, they're gonna turn on you one day too. And the more you win, the sooner they do.
They already did, Drake. As soon as Drake put out a dance album, a house music album, they turn on you that fast. And even now, like, yeah, people want to see you fall. I guess that's just human nature. You know, everybody becomes the enemy.
They be calling you a trash bin, saying that your new one isn't better than your last. And even if it is, once they start to turn their backs, they ain't never coming back. And
yeah, they do that. They did that to Eminem. So
isn't better.
And they're gonna always compare you to yourself. You know, like, oh, 50 Cent has never put out an album better than Get Rich or Die Trying. You know, you're competing against yourself. Drake has been competing against himself for a long time. Okay, like my personal, if I had to pick my favorite, So Far Gone. If you're reading this, it's too late, and Take Care. But that you can ask me again next year, and I might switch up. That's how many good albums that Drake has. And now, if he drops anything that even his stuff that's trash is still better, I think he still broke the dance record charts or whatever. You know, it's not a hip hop album, so it shouldn't have been even considered. But he's not in hip hop. You're not allowed to venture out and do anything unless it's approved. So he got crapped on by the hip hop community. I saw all the comments, all the teas and everything else. Why can't he just try something different? You know, I don't get that. I hate how we put ourselves in a box like that. If he wants to put out something different, let him put out something different. Me personally, what I would like a traditional Drake album. Yes, I would have, but you know, it is what it is. I don't listen to house music like that. So anyway, let's get back into it.
Then you're lasting, even if it is. Once they start to turn their backs, they ain't never coming back. And they did it to Chance, next to be mentioned in future in the past tense. Or saying adios amigos. I ain't dissing, I'm just trying to keep the shit a C-note.
I love this. Hold on. Let me see here. Did I go back too far?
Back, and they did it to Chance.
They did it to Chance. Next they'll mention in future. In the past tense. Ugh. Or they'll say adios to the Migos. I ain't dissing. I'm just trying to keep this shit a C-note. Yeah. They turned on Chance, Future, Migos. Yep.
It's next to be mentioned in future in the past tense. Or saying adios to Migos. I ain't dissing. I'm just trying to keep the shit a C-note.
Even though I personally am not a fan of Chance's music. I'm sorry. It's not my style of music. But The man did his thing.
Same people been trying to do the shit to me, so I call them people because they're so easy to see through them.
I call them people because it's so easy, basic but dope.
But a fighter's all I knew how to be. I got the shit beat out of me, tripped and fell and blew out of me, popped it back in and hopped up like fuck it. Best 2 out of 3, yeah. Man, I gotta be doing something right. I got 11 years of sobriety, so the only bottom I'ma be hitting is if it's sodomy. Wait, I mean, you would think that somebody handed a sodomy. How I'm chopping these bars.
Like the double play on sodomy.
Like fuck it, best 2 out of 3, yeah. Man, I gotta be doing something right. I got 11 years of sobriety, so the only bottom I'ma be hitting is if it's sodomy. Wait, I mean, you would
the only bottom I'ma be hitting.
think that somebody handed a sodomy. How I'm chopping these bars, they keep wanting me to rap responsibly when I'm constantly passing the buck like the fucking Dollar Tree.
Oh, let's hit it. Let's get it.
Handed a sodomy. How I'm chopping these bars, they keep wanting me to rap responsibly when I'm constantly passing the buck like the fucking Dollar Tree.
That might be my favorite bar on the song. I like when I'm constantly passing the buck like the Dollar Tree.
Handed a sodomy. How I'm chopping these bars, they keep wanting me to rap responsibly when I'm constantly passing the buck like the fucking Dollar Tree. But I'ma always remind you that I came from poverty. Black people saved my life from the Doc and Deshaun, and all that we want.
Doc and
On this
Deshaun.
racial equality, R.I.P. Laquan McDonald, Trayvon and Brianna, Tatiana, Rayshard and Dominic, Eric.
Yeah, that gave me chills. That whole bar gave me chills. Weesh. Let's play that again.
Life from the passing the buck like the fucking Dollar Tree. But I'ma always remind you that I came from poverty. Black people saved my life from the Doc and Deshaun, and all that we want is racial equality. R.I.P. Laquan McDonald, Trayvon and Brianna, Tatiana, Rayshard and Dominic, Eric Garner and Rodney King. No, we can't get along to these white motherfucking cops who keep murdering blacks off the streets. And as far as squashing beef, I'm used to people knocking me, but just not in my camp. And diplomatic, cause I'm trying to be.
Oh my God, he just went off. Very passionate bars. Another thing that may not get said enough about Eminem and his music is Eminem is a very passionate person. Like when he does his music, he never half-asses when he jumps on any song. And even from this, he's pouring his heart out on this track. He doesn't have to do that. Most rappers like Rick Ross, like Migos and like them, you'll never get to know the real them in their music. You'll get to know their persona. Okay, Rick Ross is dope, you know. Migos is dope, you know. Young Jeezy, dope. You'll never get to know the real them in their music. Well, maybe I think Young Jeezy does have a couple of heartfelt tracks. So I'm gonna take him off the list. But some of them you only know like their drug dealing or cool persona. Versus Eminem pours his heart out on the track every time. Even this, you know, like he doesn't have to say stuff like that in his music. You know, he could just, you know, he could leave that out. And a lot of, you know, white people don't agree with what he's saying, you know, but he doesn't care. He's still going to say, hey, that's how I feel about it. You know, but there's a lot of white people that believe that all of these deaths are justified. And, you know, and he could just leave that out of his bars for money, you know, just to appeal to everybody. But he's still going to say what the fuck he want to say. So I really, really appreciate that about Eminem. You know, some black people say he's pandering, you know. He's rich. He ain't got to pander to nobody. He's doing that from his heart. He's not pandering. He's rich. He doesn't have to pander. You know, he can just he can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Brianna, Tatiana, Rayshard and Dominic, Eric Garner and Rodney King. No, we can't get along to these white motherfucking cops who keep murdering blacks off the streets. And as far as squashing beef, I'm used to people knocking me, but just not in my camp. And diplomatic, cause I'm trying to be.
And that's what he's talking about. Oh, he's talking about Snoop, the Snoop thing. And then it's the last thing I need is Snoop dogging me. The last thing I need is Snoop dogging me. I mean, the man is just really, I don't think anyone raps better than him ever. When it comes to just being a genius at putting bars together, I just don't think I can't think of anybody that does stuff like this consistently for this long and this good and this complicated. You know, but he's not so like, I would compare him, say Kendrick. All right, Kendrick released that track, and everybody says I had to listen to that thing 30 different times because Kendrick, he speaks so coded. You know, you got to break down like what he's saying. You know that he's just too smart for rap. Versus Eminem is equally just as genius, but he still makes it where you can digest it. You don't have to listen to it 1,000 times before you get what he's saying. You know, so that's a big difference between two super lyrical monsters. You know.
Last thing I need is Snoop dogging me. Man, dog, you was like a damn god to me. Nah, not really. I had dog backwards. But I'm starting to think all these people taking shots at me. Shit, it's no wonder I'll be.
Man, that's a heartfelt bar right there.
Man, dog, you was like a damn god to me.
It's called honesty. A lot of dudes, when they get dissed, they're not gonna come back with humility and say, hey man, I was a big fan of you. They're gonna act like they was never a fan of you and just start talking crap back. He is being honest in his response to Snoop, you know, not giving him his props.
Man, not really. I had dog backwards, but I'm starting to think all these people taking shots at me. Shit, it's no wonder I be on my
own. Head up in the clouds like Zeus. When they say you ain't the GOAT, I come down like who? But I got my head in the clouds like Zeus. Swear I can see the game from a bird's eye view. Ay.
I love the chorus. The chorus grew on me, and by the third time you hear it, you like, oh, I get it.
Bitch talking to a rap god, hey. Girl, you talking to a monster, hey. You could give your whole damn life to the music thing. They gon' turn around like they don't love you.
Man, that was a dope track. Shout out to the person that sent that in. I haven't heard everything from Eminem's catalog. I think I stopped listening to Eminem around the Eminem show, around that, and I kind of just like buzzed out on hip hop in general. For you know, every once in a while I play with a little bit of stuff, but that's the last Eminem album that I can remember. So there's a lot of stuff from Eminem that I haven't checked out. And listening to this is kind of opening up my head to go check out even more stuff from his catalog that I haven't seen, because that was dope. I like that. Anyways, before we get into it, before I close out the video, don't forget to check out my Patreon below. I have content on there, as I said, that's not on my YouTube channel, and I take a lot of reaction requests from there. I also take donation requests to check out different music as well, or you can leave it in the comments. I also pull my reaction requests from comments if it interests me. So hope you guys have a great day. Peace.